you're down 18, and what's going through your mind?
5 minutes, guys.
How long is it take back to Columbus? No, I think this. We weren't playing at the level, obviously, to get down 18 points, and I think the way that we closed out the first half, the way we started the second half was bad, and I gauge that by 3 fouls in the first 2 minutes and 10 seconds of the first half. The missed free throws, those types of things. I give these guys a lot of credit. They stayed together, they fought, they clawed, and found ways to pick up the defensive intensity, and not just the full court. I think everybody's going to point to the full court stuff, but our half-court defense was really good. You look at the buckets that Nebraska had to make; they were incredible plays. And I kept telling our guys, like, look, hey, if they can keep making those, we're probably not going to win the game. But they can't keep making those plays, and then obviously we made shots on the other end.
You had, I think it was like the 5-minute mark in the second half. You really laid into the team. Could hear some of it from my seat. Just how I mean, to have like the unforced error that you're having.
It drives you crazy because we're better than that. And I'm never going to ask these guys to play perfect, but just some of the things that we did. As you continue to move forward, it can happen. And the greatest thing is every one of those guys that made those mistakes played their way out of it, and that was the difference in the game.
You guys have been in that spot before this year, down 18. Most times you wind up losing. What was kind of the difference today?
You look at Michigan State down 17, get beaten overtime. Probably the biggest thing was the execution we had down the stretch offensively and just the ability to finish.
Do you think that's a game you guys could have won a month ago or 2 months ago?
Probably not. But as I say, hopefully we'll get better each day.
21 minutes immediately all year that you're at your best and you're forcing turnovers and great defense. Does it seem like the intensity a little bit when you get to this desperation, like you were able to force them? I mean, I know you would rather be in that situation before you're down 18, but it did look like a little bit that things changed when you get there.
Obviously the energy picked up, but you say that like the pressure, like Amadeo wasn't pressuring, and great things were happening because he was thinking what he was supposed to be doing, and 3 block shots, 2 steals, and he was guarding a non-shooter. I mean, just an incredible job by him.
Is this one of the more dynamic teams that you've been around in terms of being able to come back and fight like that?
Yeah, and dynamic in the terms they put us in this situation a few times too. I don't know. I think that at this stage, unfortunately, you don't get to enjoy the wins because you got to find ways to get ready for the next game. But we'll make sure tonight when we get together and start showing film why we were in the position we were in to get down and why we were in the position we were to win.
Is all you have to say is Michigan to get them to look past the fact they're playing the 3rd game in 3 days, and that should be enough, or what do you think?
Yeah, I think this. I think our guys want to continue playing, and you look. I think tomorrow is Aaron and Lenzel's 12th Big Ten tournament game. I mean that's incredible, and they've had great success. It's hard, isn't it? Good luck, Bo. And I think just from the standpoint of those guys have proven that they find ways to win games.
Hey, Thad, I asked you a substitution question yesterday, and it's easy to look back and say the 5-guard lineup worked, but obviously you could have yanked Q out of there after the technical. After Amadeo misses 2 free throws, you could have said, all right, we've milked that cow enough, and you just stayed with it. Does that send a message to your players that I believe in you?
I hope so.
Or is that just the way you like to?
Yeah, I mean, it just we were in that situation, and I just honestly I loved when Dale missed free throws. Like he was so good on the other end that just his understanding that I wasn't gonna pull him out.
The free throws you can't answer.
Thanks.